Hello, hello. Whiskey Cactus here. We are back with more Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I almost said Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I really, truly almost did. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, Azure Gleam, / Blue Lions, / whatever you want to refer to it as. We're jumping in. You'll notice I played for about 2.5 hours off screen over the weekend. I got some supports. I have a note written down of all of the supports that I got. Some of them are conversations, some of them are not. If they are conversations, we are going to watch them. I have not watched any of the conversations yet. But we have gotten Shez, supports with Felix, Ingrid, and Dorothea. So Shez and Felix. His support, his B support is locked, so we can't watch it yet, but we have it. We also have B support with Ingrid and C support with Dorothea, so let's go ahead and grab those now.
Hey Ingrid, glad I tracked you down. Have you ever heard of Tobias's Mercenaries?
What an odd question. Tobias, The name does sound familiar somehow.
Kinda does. Not sure I recognize it.
Everybody knew about them. Captain Burling must have exaggerated that part. Anyway, they were a big mercenary group my old captain used to be in when she was a kid.
Alright, never mind.
Their leader, Tobias, was so loyal to one of the local lords that he was practically an honorary advisor.
Strange. I thought mercenaries kept interactions with their employers strictly business.
Most do. But not only did these mercs fight for this lord, they pitched in building the castle town too. They even went so far as to trade their swords and bows for hoes and pitchforks and tilled the barren land for the farmers of the region.
Wow.
And they opened up shops in town when the lord was going through some financial troubles.
Sounds fucking useful for Galatea territory, doesn't it?
It sounds like they went far beyond what is expected of most mercenaries. Unless... is that something you all do?
I think Galatea should be able to hire those mercenaries, huh?
Oh, not at all. We're
Till the
fighters
barren
through
lands and shit?
Nobody in their right mind would ask us to drop everything to become farmers or merchants. Basically, both the mercenaries and the lord were doing stuff way different from how they normally do.
Yes, of course. A bunch of sellswords planting seeds and tending a shop is certainly unheard of.
In the end, the captain grew so close to the noble of the region that people started calling him the lord's right-hand man. But I guess my point is, it doesn't matter what you are. Mercenary, knight, noble. You aren't tied to any one role just because of the title you hold.
Damn right. Isn't that right, Ingrid?
Even battle-hardened mercs can end up as far.
You don't have to be a knight if you don't want to be a knight. Or actually, you do. If you want to be a knight, you don't have to inherit your title.
And if that's possible, surely a noble can do anything they want too.
True enough. That ties into our conversation.
Yeah, see
from
how it
before
ties
as
in?
well. Thank you. I will give the matter some thought.
What the fuck is the difference? I'll encourage her.
Good. Can't wait to see what you come up with. And no matter what, I'm just glad my old captain's story actually helped you. All this stuff about Tobias and his mercenaries really caught me off guard the first time I heard it.
You were right about that. But, I cannot shake the feeling that this Tobias person is familiar somehow. Wait, I remember now. I
Oh.
believe the noble in your story may have actually been my grandmother.
Really? The last head of House Galatea?
Yes. I don't remember very well since I was still so young. But I recall she had a friend by the name Tobias, though I find it difficult to believe the old man I knew was once a strapping mercenary captain.
If it really was him, he must have climbed the ranks even further than I realized. I mean, not just anyone can meet a noble's family like that. Who would have thought this old story would hit so close to home?
Certainly not me.
What a coincidence. Alright, so now we have Shez and Dorothea. Okay.
An opera company smack dab in the middle.
Of course
of
it's
the
about the
Imperial
opera
capital,
company.
huh?
Of course, because
Can't even
Dorothea
begin
is
to
only
imagine
an
what
opera
that
singer,
must
and that is the entirety of her character, right?
I mean, I've been all over the place for my mercenary
God forbid we
work,
talk about
but
anything
it's
else.
mostly just been for small-time rural lords and the like. Honestly, I'd never even met anyone from the big cities like Enbar or Ferdiad before coming to Garreg Mach.
You know, shows in the capital are about 1,000 times flashier than the little town festival shows you might be used to.
Uh-huh.
Every important moment of the drama is conveyed through elaborate song, and at the center of the musical ensemble stands its star, the diva.
I would like to know more about
I
divas.
think I get the idea. These divas sound pretty incredible. They probably get stage names and everything if they're that important, huh?
Oh, but of course, I was known as the mystical Songstress.
Hey, that's pretty good. There always has been this kind of indescribable aura surrounding you.
Thanks, but
Smooth.
I have mixed feelings
Smooth,
about the
dude,
name
smooth.
myself. They called me that because of how suddenly a street orphan like me was discovered and debuted.
Yeah, I see how there could be some complicated feelings wrapped up in that. But if you were able to rise from that to diva, you must have the chops to back it up.
That's
Not
really
that I
not
can even
what she
picture
means.
that would sound like. Hey, do you think you could sing something for me?
Since you asked so nicely, but I'm only doing it this once, okay? How the crimson rain of pain it came,
It's a fucking song.
on a land aflame, when the sacred blade it split the sky until the heavens heard our cry. In the hour of vengeance, will you heed the call? On the red fields of revenge, will you help avenge? We must fight strong and stand tall.
I can't remember what support that was in, but that was in her support with somebody else in Three Houses.
Well, what did you think?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
What? You didn't like it? Not quite the booming applause I'm used to.
No, it was incredible, honest. It's just, I'm not really sure I got it, you know? I mean, the only songs
it's
know are
literally
the
just
ones
a
sung
song,
by
dude.
mercs in taverns or village girls as they tend the fields. You're kinda in a different league, Dorothea.
I don't think there's much
Sorry,
to
I can't
to
really give you
get.
much more than that.
Oh, don't worry about it. This sort of thing happens more often than you'd think.
Well, as long as you're not mad. If you don't mind, though, maybe you could try again for me sometime?
Context matters.
I'd really like to hear you sing some more. And hey, I might even get better at telling you what I thought.
There's so many lines from
Suppose I
these
can give you
supports
one more chance.
across all the supports in the game that can be taken very out of context, and I feel like it's on purpose. A lot of the time, I feel like it's on purpose. Okay, so what else have I gotten? I got a bunch of Felix supports. So, most of them are not conversations. I got Felix and Sylvain from nothing up to B, which is awesome. I got Felix and Mercedes, C support. I got Felix and Annette C support with no conversation, and I got Ingrid to B with also no conversation. So we got Sylvain, the C support has a conversation, but we got all the way up through B, and then we have the C support with Mercedes. So let's do these.
What were you thinking? Sticking your nose into some soldier's fight? You have a lot of growing up to do if you're still throwing yourself in the middle of random brawls like that. Keep this up, and House Fraldarius' reputation will be rolling in the mud with you. Not to mention how it reflects poorly on His Majesty.
No, who
Considering
cares?
he's the one who made you a duke.
I know all that.
Do you? Because you don't look like a man who's achieved some fantastic new enlightenment.
This is rich coming from you. I liked it better when you used to take the heat.
I bet.
Are you kidding? You were always the one being scolded when we were kids.
Only because you were a half-wit who kept dragging me into your ludicrous schemes.
Was that how it was? Well, whatever you say. But tell me, what's got you swinging your fists around this time?
Nothing specific. I just couldn't back down after getting involved.
You really need to start being more careful. Look, you've even got a bruise going. Who knows what would happen to Fargus if we lost you?
I won't say you'd be fine without me, but you do know I could fall in battle any day now, right?
Nuh-uh.
Come, Felix. Just think for 2 seconds.
Playing casual,
What
man.
would happen to Fargus? And to His Majesty?
He would just
If you
retreat.
died. He's got too much on his plate already. Yet he insists on doing everything himself. War with the Empire, battles outside Fodlan, governing the kingdom, reforming the entire social structure of pretty much everything.
Interesting. Not sure where that came from, because I haven't seen much of that, but I would like more info.
If he didn't have you at his side, he'd fall flat on his face.
You speak as though you have.
What
no
social
stake in
reforms is
whatsoever.
Dimitri doing?
We're in the same situation.
I feel like that's something that would be very useful to know.
One of these days, you'll inherit the title of Margrave Gautier. Are you ready for that?
I know. Trust me, I am very well aware. Which is why I always act with the utmost integrity.
Uh-huh.
You're the complete opposite of integrity. Though I suppose you have been attempting to shake some of your old habits recently.
I mean, I haven't seen him being a philanderer, if I'm being honest. And I definitely don't count that support with Mercedes, because that seemed kind of... I mean, it was a little... Oh. But, like, it wasn't Sylvain, like Three Houses Sylvain. So, we haven't really seen that yet.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to pat me on the back every once in a while.
You're like a baby that just learned to walk. A pat on the back would only knock you over. You can try to make up for your past actions all you want, but that kind of thing isn't easily swept aside.
It would be really nice for both of these characters, both Sylvain and Felix, to have some kind of, like, repentance. And it kind of sounds like they might go that route, because they don't go that route in Three Houses at all. Neither one of them really gets any kind of, like, character growth. So it would be very nice to see that here.
That tongue of yours is sharp as ever, I see. Never change, Felix.
I guess I was a touch reckless this time. As much as I hate to admit it, so I'll give you that much.
Well, they're precious, so we got them up to support level B. Now we have the only support with Felix and Mercedes, so they're done, which is great.
Mercedes, good. I need your help.
Felix? Why do you have a cat?
Because he's Felix.
Picked it up?
Yes, I can see that, but... Oh no! Its little leg is hurt. Here, let me have it. I may be able to heal it with magic.
Do some magic on a
There.
cat.
It should be fine now.
Thanks. Sorry for the trouble.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. Though I must admit, you're the last person I expected to bring me an injured kitten. It reminds me of how my little brother once took in a cat when we were young.
Aww.
Hey, that's right. You have a brother from a different father, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This was a long time ago, when we both still lived with House Bartels. My brother took in an injured cat, and after it healed, it began living in the mansion.
And then he murdered it.
We did our best to feed it secretly so it wouldn't be discovered.
Secretly? What's the big deal with one little furball?
Oh, you don't know about House Bartels, do you, Felix?
We couldn't let anyone find out, no matter what. The people in that house were horrid. Had they learned of the cat, they would have put it in a sack and tossed it in the river. Eventually, my mother and I left House Bartels and never looked back. Though we left my brother behind.
Yeah, that was kind of a fucked up thing to do a little bit. He didn't turn out so well now, did he?
Still, I've always wondered what happened to that poor little cat.
Animals are smart enough. If the thing felt threatened, it would have taken off.
I suppose you're right.
Anyway, now that you've fixed the cat, I should bring it back to where I found it.
He's keeping the cat.
Are you sure? It's clearly taken a shine to you.
He's gonna hate the cat. Except he's not, because he's gonna keep it.
Yeah, but I can't keep it. The thing's practically a kitten. What if it has parents that, I don't know, miss it?
Yes, I suppose returning it would be best.
You're not returning the cat. He's not returning that cat.
Go. Shoo! Come on, get out of here already. Stop rubbing my legs. What is it? You want food? Well, I don't have any.
Ah, that cat really likes him. Animals clearly understand when a kind soul comes to their aid.
Mercedes, do something. This cat won't stop following me.
I'm sorry, but there isn't anything I can do. You'll have to wait until it feels like going home. Goodness, really? Having a cat like you is a good thing.
I'm not sure it is.
Well, so long
I don't
as
want
you're
anything to
stuck
like me
waiting,
ever, because I'm
we
edgy.
may as well get comfortable and have a nice chat.
There we go. That is their only support. So they're done. Alright. Ash. Got a few Ash supports as well. We've had the A support with Annette, so that's locked. So we can't get that one yet. We did get Ash and Sylvain up to C. Got Ash and Mercedes up to C. And we got Ash and Ingrid to finish their support chain, so we can do that one.
What's wrong, Ingrid? You look troubled.
Oh no, it is nothing. Don't worry about it.
It has to be something if you're just standing there staring off into space. You can always talk to me, you know. I might not be much help, but...
It's this land. It is so fertile. I cannot help but be amazed.
You can use contractions, Ingrid.
It is an unusually bountiful region for Fargus, and a beautiful one at that. It doesn't have nearly as much snow as the north, and multiple rivers flow through it. I could scarce take my eyes off of that wheat field we passed earlier.
My home does not have anything as lovely as that. It's nothing but a barren, rocky wasteland. And the soil we do have is so poor, even the weeds disdain it. We've tilled the ground, removed rocks, and sowed seeds in hopes that our descendants might one day benefit, but, well, who knows how long it would take for us to have large, fruitful fields like the ones here.
Our blood, sweat, and tears will drench the land, serving as nourishment for those who come long after. You may not accomplish it in your lifetime, but the effort will definitely pay off down the road. Or, that's what I think, at least.
Those are the words of King Lug, yes?
King Lug.
From Lug and the Maiden of Wind. That is one of my favorites.
Yeah, hearing you talk about your homeland actually reminded me of another part.
Is it the part where he joined up with those who slither in the dark to rebel against the Empire?
At one point,
is it that part?
The phrase,
that's my favorite part.
Barren as the land of Dagda.
It's very rude to Dagda.
I'm sure it's just some term the poets created long after Lug, but it got me curious. So I went and tracked down a travel journal about Dagda.
I haven't read many travel journals. What did it say?
It spoke of a crop that grew easily, even in their infertile soil. Apparently it's really filling and tastes amazing.
Is it
when
potatoes?
boiled or baked.
Is it potatoes?
Too good to be true. Like a crop out of a fairy tale. My homeland would greatly benefit from cultivating a plant like that.
Well, let's get some potatoes to Galatea.
I can't say for certain if it'll actually grow there, but it's probably worth looking into. And if there's any way I can help, just say the word.
I am sure a royal knight has better things to do than worry about the problems of House Galatea.
It's like, dude, my house just collapsed. I got nothing better to do, man.
This isn't about my station. I'm just a pal lending a hand.
He's a pal.
Besides, I grew up poor. I know what it's like to go hungry.
He's just, I love Ash so fucking much, man.
Have to experience that.
Thank you, Ash. In that case, our first task is to look deeper into this miracle.
There's something about him too in this game. He's like way more like I feel like it's unintentional too. He's like way more unintentionally sarcastic than like he has any business being.
I wish we could wait
half of the
until
things he
story's
says
over,
are like
but that would take too
unintentionally
long.
funny.
I want to learn all I can about it as soon as possible. This is so exciting.
Agreed. Now we just have to survive long enough to uncover its secrets.
I'm saying. Half his lines are just like, well, if nobody can read, then, oh shit. Alright, Sylvain. We got Sylvain and Annette's C support, which does not have a conversation. And we have Annette and Ingrid's, or Sylvain and Ingrid's C support, which also does not have a conversation. So we're good on the Sylvain front. Mercenaries, I think we got B support with Annette. That also does not have a conversation. So that's where we're at there. Annette and Ingrid got their B support, so they're done. We can watch that one.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine here. Just gonna grab it and run right back out.
Oh, what's in the dark, spooky room?
Good evening, Annette. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, Ingrid. It's just you. Sorry about that. Guess I'm a little jumpy right now.
Don't worry, it's fine. But if I may, what are you doing out here so late at night?
I forgot my book in the mess hall and came back to grab it.
What a coincidence. I was also headed to the mess hall to look for something.
Oh, yay! Then we can go together. Seriously, I'd feel so much better if you were with me.
Not entirely sure why that's the case,
Because
but
she's
okay.
afraid of the dark, Ingrid. Jesus. Just be cool about it.
Oh gosh. It's so dark. What was that? I think it came from the grass over there.
Can't y'all light a candle?
Probably just another night owl. I wonder if it's... Annette, stop! You're going to run into that pile of...
Ow! Who put these crates here?
Yeah.
crates. Oh, Annette.
Well, that was quite the ordeal, but we finally made it. Thanks, Ingrid.
I'm glad nobody got hurt, aside from you and those crates. But if I may, Annette, are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah, actually. I've been afraid of it my whole life. I give anything not to be, but I just can't seem to shake it.
I mean, like, when you don't have a dad there to tell you everything's okay, sometimes you develop a complex.
What about you, Ingrid? Aren't you scared? I mean, a ghost could pop out of anywhere and ghost you.
The dark does not really bother me, no. And as I have never seen a ghost, I'm not afraid of them.
But doesn't it scare you to think about it? I mean, just imagine some icky dead person rising from the earth and coming at you with big, chattery teeth.
Certainly, we had such stories back home in Galatia. My brothers loved to tell them when I was a child. But if they were true, we would not be able to walk to breakfast without bumping into a horde of the dead.
Huh. Yeah, I suppose that's true. But it's still hard to get the idea out of my head.
I personally think it would be wonderful if the dead became ghosts and we could see them again. But when people die,
Oh, Glenn.
that's it. We can't see or speak to them ever again.
Yeah, when someone dies, they're gone forever. But that's all the more reason to treasure what little time we get, right?
Agreed. We have only one life to live after all.
In that case, I'm gonna walk back all by myself.
No, you're not.
Are you sure?
No, you're not.
We went through quite the struggle just to make it here.
If I want to conquer my fears, I'd better do it while I'm alive. The dark is still pretty terrifying, but I'm gonna push through it.
I could learn a thing or two from her optimism. We only live once.
Makes you wonder about being so willing to lay down your life for things. Alright. That is the extent of the supports that I have gotten off screen. I also did all of my points. I did training. I did a bunch of stuff. So, we're good there. I want to see classes. Let me just double check. You, I know... Have I mastered Brigand? No, we just we did master Brigand. I'm starting to work on Warrior. That's right. So I'm going to have her do Warrior. And then eventually she'll get to Wyvern Lord. I'm gonna really probably hold out because her strength isn't that bad, all things considered. Comparatively speaking, it's probably not that great, right? But she'll get a little buff to it. And we do have Rocky Burdocks and stuff, but I don't really want to use her as a physical axe user. I would definitely want her to use a bolt axe or Crusher, which I'm assuming we're gonna get at some point. I don't know when. But we've gotten all of the heroes' relics for the house that we were in before. when I did Golden Wildfire, we got all the heroes' relics for Golden Deer. So I'm inclined to think that's not going to be a problem. I don't have enough Black Sand Steel, or no, I can't do sea level stuff. Can't I? Oh yeah, no, I don't have enough Black Sand Steel. Okay, so we're good. I did a little bit of this, a little bit of everything. Grinded out some battles, got some money, got some stuff. So I think at this point we're ready. One thing I don't remember if I did is leveling up. So let's just real quick. I think it's a level. Hold on. Let me go to the war map. I think it is a level 26. Level 26. So let's take a look at what we can do as far as leveling. And then I think we'll be good to head on into the chapter battle. So level 26, Annette is level 25, Ash is level 24. Those are my highest level units, right? Yeah, 23. Alright, so I think level 23 feels like a good level. Let's get people who aren't level 23, who I might potentially bring, up to level 23. So I'm not going to bring Sylvain or Mercedes. We have Annette, we have Ingrid, they're both good. Sedith is good. Flane can stand to gain a couple of levels there. I didn't really get a whole lot of experience grinding because I was mostly playing old maps to S rank them, which I did for quite a few. They weren't really worth much, but did it anyway just to do it. And then just to get support. So I didn't really try to get experience grinding. Alright, so I'm going to save over this file. This one here. So we have a save that is here at camp before we go out into the war map. Let's go into the war map. Let's do the chapter battle. Now, my guess is we might see Yuri on this map. If anybody, I can't imagine anybody else would be relevant. So let's see. Liberation of Ferdiad. We finally get to see what this map's all about. Almost certainly going to have to fight Cornelia. Potentially going to have to fight Gwendol. I just saved over that. That's okay. It's fine. Because we can always back out of it.
Oh, you're back. How's it looking over in Ferdiad?
The reports are true. There's some odd-looking weaponry mounted throughout the city.
Mounted weaponry. So those are going to be like ballistas or fire orbs or things like that, probably.
As far as I can tell, though, the townspeople themselves remain unharmed.
That's fantastic news.
I'm pleased to say Lord Roderick and Sir Gustav have been confirmed safe as well.
Also fantastic news.
That's great. Where are they now?
After working to free Duke Ivan, they escaped the castle alongside some of the captured knights.
Great.
Armed with what scant weaponry they could find. They brought the fight.
So I'm going to guess they're going to be allied units in this map.
My old man never ceases to amaze. Shouldn't even be a surprise at this point.
I should add, the Western Lord's armies aren't the only forces occupying
Yep.
the capital. There is another, one we can't identify at present.
Would it happen to be a bunch of dark mages in Plague Doctor masks?
I doubt even the great Lord Roderick and Sir Gustav will be able to hold out much longer.
Sounds like they're in a bad spot. We should focus on keeping them safe, right?
Don't be too hasty. Why do you think the two of them are causing this uproar in the first place?
Because we need to distract from Dimitri.
To create a diversion, I know. But I don't think that means we should just abandon them either.
I agree, Felix. I won't leave my father to die. Besides, I don't think His Majesty would want us saving him if it meant sacrificing two of his most loyal retainers.
Fine. We'll help them if we can. That better?
If we can.
All that said, we won't be able to save the king while the townspeople are still in danger.
Sounds pretty straightforward then. We move on the castle and mop up in town as we go.
Annie and I know these streets better than the back of our hands. We can guide you.
Dedu must be somewhere in the castle too. We have to rescue him before it's too late.
We're going to rescue everybody.
Everyone, move out.
We're going to rescue everybody. Do not fucking worry. Alright, so here we go. Rescue Dimitri. Dedu, Rodrigue, or Gustav are routed, so we can't let any of them die. Of course not. We do not have anybody to recruit. Repair the drawbridge. That feels like a really smart idea. I mean... What? We could just do all of them. Like, why would we not? Why would we not do any of them? I mean, we could do all of them. Makes me wonder if I missed any. But I guess we're fine. Yeah, so there's nobody to recruit. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to see familiar faces on the map. But I'm guessing we're not. Because Yuri would be recruitable. If Yuri were here, he would be recruitable. So I'm sure we don't see him here. This feels like the right place for him to be, though. I don't see Cornelia. Just seems like a bunch of dudes. There's your Plague Doctor guy. All right. So we got a chest here. Definitely want to bring Ash. I think we're looking at tomes. We're looking at archers. We're looking at swords and axes. Tomes, archers, swords, and axes. So I want Shez. I want Annette. I want, oh. We only get 3 playable units, which means a 4th is going to show up. I hope it's not Rodrigue, because he's level 6. I have a feeling it's going to be Rodrigue. That's bad. That's so bad. Hopefully it'll be Dedue. I'm going to bank on it being Dedue. Alright, so I don't want Mercedes. Felix will be fine as a diamond person. I was going to do Ingrid and Ash. Ash doesn't need to be playable, so we'll go with Ingrid.
I'm ready.
I'm very worried, about Rodrigue showing up and being level 6 on this map. That would be very bad. Felix, Ash are good. Mercedes and Sylvain are not. So let's get Sedith in here. He can be an Axe. Axe actually isn't really good in this map, so maybe we don't need Sedith. Petra will be very useful.
I'm ready to be back.
Is there anybody I should bring instead of Sedith? Flayn might actually be better to have as a sec. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Flayn. All right, let's actually do positioning. Shez has to be here. That's fine. We can't move him. Annette makes sense over here. Ingrid also makes sense over here. Yeah, that's good. Petra should be over here. Ash he'll deal with whatever he needs to deal with because he'll have the treasure. He'll be the treasure getter. We'll keep him in the middle, I guess. That should be fine. Alright, let's look at the convoy. What's our equipment look like? Steel sword plus 11. Hell yeah, absolutely. What was Mortal Struggle? Temporarily reduces the... Oh, no. I'd like to keep Wrath Strike, honestly. Flash Strike is good. You've got a Killer Tome plus 10. You are just totally fine with... you have Excalibur. Oh my god, yeah, you do. You sure do, don't you? What does that mean? Inflicts Wind Torn status, that's fine. Opponents cannot guard. That... Okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna Excalibur the shit out of this. And Sagittae I don't love. I'd rather, I guess, just go with Wind. I'd like to get Excalibur nice and buffed. You have a Steel Lance plus 4. Do I have anything better? Probably not at this point. I have a Venom Lance plus 3. That's not better. Spear of Assel, not better. Lewin, not better. I don't know why Dimitri's holding Lewin, but I must have traded the Steel Lance for it at some point. Flayn with a Steel Tome plus 3. Is there really nothing better than that? Got Steel Tome plus 5. Only does a little bit more. I think with the resistance factor on this one... this doesn't have the resistance factor. Okay, then you just keep what you got. Yeah. I could forge this stuff, but... honestly... this is against tomes. That we want that on an archer. So Ash would be best to have that. Petra has a steel sword plus 4. Do I have anything better? Do I have like a... I don't have a killing edge or anything. No. Okay, you... Steel Gauntlets. I think I have better Steel Gauntlets, don't I? Plus 5? Slightly less durability, but decently more might. I think that's... oh, Invert Physical Magic. Never mind. Okay, ugh. But we have Killer Knuckles plus 6. So we're gonna use those, because fucking duh. And you're still good. Alright. Good shit. Save this on a separate slot, just in case anything goes horribly wrong. And we're gonna fight. Let's do it. It's gonna be a fun map. I'm excited for this map. I feel like it's gonna be very involved. Got 1,800 enemies, 20 minutes, and 60% damage. They expect this to be a fucking... gauntlet, apparently. Okay, so we can't deal with the treasure chest yet. So, Annette, I want you to deal with this guy. I want Flayn to get up here and deal with one of these guys. I want Ingrid. What's Ingrid gonna do? She can deal with this guy. That's fine, too. Felix, his people aren't really around right now. Petra, you can help out Shez. That makes sense to do that. And then Ash, I guess you can also help out Shez. Let's go with that. I'm gonna play Shez for the moment. Just gotta take some people out. Yeah, we are not hurting civilians. We are not letting civilians fight the war for us. Defeat the Armored Knight. And their allies. Okay, well, I'm working on that right now. Okay. Petra, you come on up here and do that. Who are the other allies? There's people over here. Ingrid, Annette, and Flane are taking care of that stuff. Okay. Let's set Shez to go over here. Let me take Ingrid real quick. We'll get through. Okay, or not. Can always try to S rank this map later too, when I have higher level party members. I don't think the S rank reward is necessarily that good. It doesn't show me what it is. Alright, where's Annette? Oh, she's already basically done. There we go. Nice and fucking easy.
I'll give it 1000%. Leave everything to me.
I mean, I feel like I fucking can. If I'm being perfectly honest, I feel like I don't even need to play Annette because she just has shit under control. Let me try to take this stronghold while I'm here. It's already taking a shitload of damage. Yikes. Don't let that happen. Seriously, just let that happen. Oh, and the Armored Knight just came in. Just came right in. There we go. Taken care of. Deal with that. Give me... Where's Ingrid? Oh, Ingrid's doing... I don't know why I have Ingrid doing that, but that's fine. We'll just let that finish this off, too. Almost there. Go up here and help Ingrid, because this gate's gonna open, I think, at some point. Petra's dealing with that. Alright, Petra, instead, you deal with this guy, and Shez, you come down here and deal with this guy.
I've got this. My turn.
Alright. Where's this guy at? Over here. Here he is. Big damage, big damage. Get everybody involved. That's not everybody. That's very few people. Alright, but the main mission was successful. There's base captain over there. Rebel army open the gates to intercept. They sure did. Alright, so I was right. Annette can come over here and deal with this guy. There should be a... This looks like it needs a gatekeeper. So we're going to deal with that. Ingrid, you come up over there. Flane, you can help out. At some point, I don't know if you can get to that, but we can try. I think we'll need to open the gate first. Shez, you can come in here and deal with this stronghold. Ash, is the treasure chest available yet? It is, okay. Ash, you can go get that treasure chest.
I'll do my best.
Open chest. God, dude, having Ash is insanely good. I can't get over how much easier things are with Ash. Just knowing that I can grab any treasure chest without bothering to get a key. Bro. Because the key is usually a pain in the ass to get. The Viscum. Okay, yeah, got it. Watch out for blasts. Alright, so one of these guys is a gatekeeper. But to do fighting. Okay, so it is to do that we get.
We have to help them. And we'd better be quick about it by the look of things.
Alright, where's Annette? So that opened the gate. So we can send Annette over here. What the fuck is Flane doing?
Leave everything to me.
Alright, so Dedu's over here as an ally unit. That's good. Felix, you can come on over here and start, like, working on this.
Worth a shot.
Ash, you got the chest. That's good. You can come over here and start working on this. Give me Shez. We'll try to help Dedu out here.
We need to do something about that weapon, but I doubt attacking it head on will do us any good.
Sure, there's a way to sabotage it.
There must be controls we could use to shut it down. I could swear I've seen such a thing somewhere around here.
Okay. That's a side mission. Ash? You come over here and work on this.
I'm a little nervous about this.
I gotta deal with this. Dedoo's over here. We're not gonna let Dedoo get routed. Spud Rodrigue, I hope for sure he's not in here at level 6. Aided Dedoo. Okay, great.
You needn't worry about me. We must rescue His Majesty at once.
But we all worried. You're our friend too, just like Dimitri.
Alright, so. Where's Rodrigue? Rodrigue's over here. Annette's dealing with that. That's fine. Ingrid, you can help Annette.
Our orders are clear.
Felix, get up this way. What's other? No, okay, just attack.
It's worth a shot.
Shez, you go over here and grab this. Actually, you know what? Flane can grab
I will
this.
give it my all.
Hopefully.
I shall do my part.
Shez can come up here and start working on that, I guess. You know what? No, Shez. I trust Ash, but I would like to have somebody that is controllable over there. Give me a net. Let's deal with this real quick.
Let me at him.
Might as well deal with the other one too. I wonder if those are the controls.
Do we know where they are, though? Get everybody in here. Get them all in here. Hell yeah. Whoa, Jesus. Alright, I don't know where the controls are. I think that's like the thing, is that we don't know where the controls are, right? Ingrid,
Begin the operation.
deal with this.
Our orders are clear.
Give me Shez.
My turn?
You should have hurried straight to His Majesty, Felix.
Disable the controls. Stop the Western Viscum. But where? they're in here. They're definitely in here. All right, give me Ingrid.
Allow me.
Give me Ingrid. We're gonna get there real quick, and we're gonna do it. I feel like I should know Ferdiad by now. I've seen it so many times.
Your merry little band might show up.
Lucky for you.
I've got a nice
All right, good.
mass grave
Disable
ready.
this. All right.
His Majesty is in the castle. We must press on.
All right, Shez, you get over here. There's the other one.
Take a breather.
We've taken this place already. Stop the Eastern Viscum. Okay, and so we're good. We're good here?
Easier time moving around now.
Or are we totally good? There we go. Very good. They're done. Okay. That was a little confusing. Not gonna lie. It's a little unsure of what the fuck they were talking about.
It's worth a shot.
Alright, so
Give it my
Flane,
all.
deal with
I shall
that.
do my part.
Shall we don't have Dedoo or Rodrigue as playable. I'm wondering if it's gonna end up being Dimitri that we get as playable, which that would be fine too.
Operation. Our orders are clear.
Annette, you get in here and
Give it
take
1,000%.
this.
Leave everything to
Because
me.
I trust you to deal with Armored Knights, because you're a fucking mage, and they don't have any good res. There's also things going on up here. I would like to send somebody. Shez, actually, let's send you over this way. It might be a little bit of a hike, but I'd like to have somebody up in this area, because I feel like that's going to eventually be a thing. Who are you? Stronghold Captain, okay. Alright. Give me Ingrid for the moment.
Come to a stop. They should be safe now.
That's Flane's prey. Alright, we got a net going over there. Be with her in a second. Let me just kind of deal with this. Right quick. Now swap over to a net. Oh god, she's right in the middle of everything. I'm waiting for the warrior gauge to open up. Give me that. Warrior gauge should max out very shortly. It's basically full already. I just feel like this would be a very good opportunity to sweep everybody up in a big thing. You know, about to take the string. Never mind. Alright, well, here we go. Let's just do it anyway. Just for the kill count. Alright, cool. So, we've taken this stronghold. I don't know what's going on over here. Kind of just have Petra hanging out. Because I don't know if she's going to be needed elsewhere. Flame, yeah, keep working on that. Ingrid, we can start pushing up. We can't get to this stronghold, so I guess just go there. Annette, infiltrate and take that. Shez is still working on getting over here. I feel like this is going to be important to have. Also, this is a thing. I don't know what this is. Base captain. I guess that's where Dimitri is? Is that what that's saying? Probably. Alright, I'm just going to keep playing Annette for now. She's, like, involved in the middle of things. Her ZR refreshes really fast now. It's getting them. I can even upgrade it further a little bit later. Hey, Ingrid. Alright, I'm not going to worry about kill count, honestly. Alright, Armor Knight. I'll take him out. Ingrid, you keep fighting. Gustav. Oh, we got. Yeah, hold on. Alright, Dad, let's go. Where are you at? Gustav is fighting at a disadvantage. Not for fucking long, he's not. I'm right here. We are not letting Gustav go down. I don't care for him very much, but you know what? This is like... I feel like we have a good relationship here. And I'm not going to let anything happen to him.
I am grateful, but there is no time to dawdle. We must make to rescue the king at once.
Don't worry, I'm sure we'll make it in time.
Can I do something with this?
Not much further.
I can't do something with that? Alright, well. That's fine, I guess. Get back here. Oh, no, this is open. Hold on.
I'll give it 1000%.
Fuck it.
Leave everything to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that feel like they're undone, like left undone. But yeah, we're definitely gonna free Dimitri and get Dimitri as a playable unit here, I think. That feels right. Aravar.
We must reclaim it.
Alright. Where? Here? I guess. I don't fucking know. Armor Knights appear to defend Aravar. Oh, it's in the middle area. Okay. That's fine.
Not a problem.
Alright. I feel like my positioning has not been great here.
Our orders are clear.
Hi, guys. Hi. Hello. You know what's cool, though? I feel like I can very easily handle this. I am in, like, no danger. She's so broken. Why is she so broken? I know she's got a killer tome, but, like, that shouldn't be that broken. Alright. I mean, she's out here. She's literally the only one out here. Ingrid is doing stuff. I don't know what she's doing. I feel like she's taking forever to do anything. But Annette is so reliable right now that I can't really play anybody but her at this point. Dimitri!
Dimitri, you okay?
My friends, why have you come?
As if we would just leave you here to die. Time to get you out.
I'm afraid that I must stay.
Why?
You saw
Because he's being blackmailed.
Should I try to leave? My people's lives are forfeit.
No, we shut everything down, man. We're here.
So they bind the boar not with chains, but with his utterly unreasonable sense of duty.
They're gonna kill you in here, Dimitri.
So be it then. If my death will keep my people safe,
I won't allow it.
Fuck yeah, to do.
To do.
Take it, Your Majesty. Whether it's duty towards the living, or the guilt for all those we have lost,
Such burdens are not yours to bear by yourself. We are here to fight by your side, Your Majesty, and so we shall, now and always.
Fuck yeah, big heroes moment. Alright, Dimitri.
Find them!
This way!
Typical boar. Can't help himself. Do try to keep up.
Back at you.
I'm glad Dedu has a bigger role in the story, at least. Alright, so Dimitri is in fact playable. He's a little underleveled for this, but I think it'll be alright. I don't know what our next objective is, though. We've taken most of the city. There's only a few spots that haven't been captured yet. I mean, this area isn't really that useful to have. I'll take it real quick, but it's just a base captain. Dimitri is now playable. Hell yeah. Alright, cool. There's Cornelia.
I'll give it 1,000. Leave everything to me.
Now she's talking. Yeah, Dimitri might have a bit of an issue here. Alright, so what's opened up? Okay. So I knew putting Shez over here was going to be useful, so let's get him over there. I don't know who I have over here. Ingrid's probably my best call. Let's send her. She can get there pretty quick. Everybody else is engaged in stuff, although actually these strongholds never got captured, or they're still taking forever to get captured. Petra, you go over here and try to take this one back. I feel like I did take those at one point. Or they were just never available. That's probably what it was. Annette, you deal with that. Dimitri, I guess you just kind of fight people. I don't really necessarily trust you. Oh, 4 new Viscum. I don't like that. I turned them all off.
Like I do anything else.
Defeat the mysterious soldier. Defeat the mysterious soldier and other enemies to rescue the citizen and their ally. And was that down here? Oh, fuck. I don't have any fucking units down here. Alright. Give me Ingrid. Dimitri, I want you to kind of come back down this way also. I feel like that'll be helpful. Fight these guys. Flame, you can be useful and come over here. Actually, Flame, take that. You come down here and fight these guys.
The Sky Spirit watches over me.
Felix, you have an advantage over here. And yeah, I'm taking Ingrid. No, I want to take Ingrid. Going the other way. Going back. I'm going to do my damnedest. Yeah, where the fuck are the controls, though? Was it just seizing the... Just seizing the places?
No surprise there. I'd be more shocked if they'd left them intact.
What happened? Oh, Annette sees that. That's good. Do we know where the controls are? Because I don't think I see them on the map, but I think it seems like they're probably in the glowy spots. Alright, so let's have... Yeah, you know what? I would like to deal with this and rescue the citizens. Oh, repair the drawbridge. Hell yeah! That's going to make things so much easier.
Engineers, repair the controls and lower the drawbridge. Then do what you must to keep it safe. I'm counting on you.
It's going to make access so much fucking easier. Alright. So, now we can get people over here quickly. So Annette should be able to get over here. Well, maybe not super quickly, but she should be able to get over there. Have we taken any of the places? I don't think we have. Where's Ingrid? Ingrid's here. Alright, there is... I don't care about this armor knight. There's supposed to be a dark mage over here somewhere. Yeah, mysterious soldier. There we go.
This would be happening if your dear king had just been a good little boy and done as he was told.
Alright, so that guy's been saved, I think. Let's have you come take this over.
Our orders are clear.
Flane's in here. I would like somebody else to be in there with her. I don't trust not having full control over everything. Maybe that's just because I need to have control over everything, but like I guess my non-playable characters are going to be able to like capture those fortresses and stuff, but I'd feel a lot better if somebody that I was controlling was in there so I could do something about it. Felix, I need you to come over here and help Petra because
it's worth a shot.
Non-playable. Yeah, give me Ingrid. Citizen's in trouble. I bet I know who. Yeah, Ingrid. All right, fine. Get over there and help. Jesus, just take the fucking places, man. Shez, are you done yet? All right, good. That's one. Give me that. Okay. One thing's down. I need you to run fast, man. I need you to run real fast. Where's Annette? Is she there yet? She's almost there. Dimitri is over here. We can get this one. Where's the thing? Right here. 2. All right, now you can go help this guy. Ash, disable this thing. That's good. And that's the only one left. Because she had to run really far. That's fine. Give me a net. We can get this done. Yep.
I think that did it.
Very easy. Very easy. Take him. There we go. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Now it's gone. Alright, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Where's the thing? Here we go. Alright. All the Viscum have been disabled. Annette. I feel like bringing you down here is going to be a waste of time, so let's send you back up this way to deal with these guys. Where's Shez? Has Shez gotten anywhere important yet? He's over here. You know what? I'm going to send Shez back up this way also. Because I think Ingrid and Dimitri have this area taken care of now. Citizen's getting a little too low on health for my liking. We should be okay now. There we go. I think we're mostly in the clear now. Let's get Dimitri over here to finish this guy off. There we go. Rescued the citizen and all their allies. Very good. Citizens left the battlefield. Thank fucking God. Get out of here. All right.
I shall do my part.
This area seems to be fine. Give me Shez. Let's take care of this armored knight. So no House Row or what's his face over here? There's Cornelia. Defeat Cornelia and liberate Ferdiad. Where is she? There she is. All right. I feel like at this point it's an all-out offensive, right? It's got to be.
I've got this.
Give me Dimitri.
I've awaited this moment.
Mysterious soldier. And their allies are advancing. Don't like that. Who's advancing? Alright, well, it's fine.
It's always such a shame to see such promising young flames rush to be snuffed out before their time.
Oh, Cornelia, you piece of shit.
I must admit I went too easy on you. Perhaps I should have torn your eyes out and bound you in chains instead.
We all have our regrets in that court.
Yeah, so no appearance by, Gwendol. Margrave Gautier is here. Where did he come from? Maybe you should get the fuck out of here, dude.
Is this all you're capable of? Frankly, I'm getting a little bored here.
There we go.
Talk all you want, witch. It won't spare you your fate.
Such frail bodies.
Everybody nice and buffed. Hell yeah. Get fucked, Cornelia. There it is. There it is. Nowhere near enough people.
Come crawling back.
She's on the verge of exhaustion. Let's finish this.
Alright. Defeated Cornelia.
Stop struggling and accept your fate, witch.
My, how simply terrifying.
Stage complete.
Do you really think you can afford to kill me?
Sure can.
If you do, the truth about the tragedy of Dusker will evaporate into the shadows forever.
I have no intention of slaying you.
Interesting.
Not yet. But if you have something to say, I suggest.
Oh,
you
is this where we
spit it
find
out
about
before I
found
change my mind.
find out about Patricia?
Now, Cornelia. Earlier you said my father was
Yeah.
betrayed, murdered by lords from within Fargus. But it was you who fueled the flame of that betrayal.
Partially, yeah.
You saw my uncle and Lord Arundel join hands, and you brought the Western lords and the Imperial nobles together. All of it was you.
No, not all of it.
What a fascinating theory.
She had help.
There are two things I need to know. First, your motivation. Who are you working for, and why? I know what spurred my uncle and the Western lords to act. While the Empire has long smoldered, waiting for even the slightest spark to reignite their fury, there are 1,000 reasons why one might want to assassinate a king. But what's yours for this attempt on my life? And what of my father? Why murder him in a manner as roundabout as a staged raid? All you had to do was fail to end the plague 20 years ago, and the entire royal family would have been consumed by it.
But that wasn't her. That was the real Cornelia.
You have a point, but I couldn't say. In a sense, that was another lifetime completely.
Right, that was the actual Cornelia before she was replaced by... They said her name before. I don't remember what it was.
One more question, then. My stepmother's
There we
body
go.
was never recovered from the site of the tragedy. What happened to her? Tell me, Cornelia.
Yeah, she was in on it.
You'll find the answers you seek in the Imperial capital, though you'll have to extract them from your dearest stepsister.
So, does Edelgard know about Patricia? I never got the sense that she knew about Patricia.
She must surely know something, wouldn't you think? After all, she is your stepmother's actual flesh and blood.
In Enbar.
Now, I've really enjoyed our little chat here, but I have so many places to be.
Why, you?
Don't be so sad. You'll be seeing me again before you even know it.
Damn. So that's not the end of Cornelia. Unfortunately, not the end of Cornelia. That means they're gonna trot her out later for additional shit. Of course. I'm not even pretending anymore. Alright, we got a steel shield. We got a hammer. Okay, wolf fangs. That's kind of cool. Not too much here that's that interesting. Steel tome plus 6 is pretty nice. But hopefully we'll be able to repair some more killer stuff later. Ash Petra, Ingrid Flame, Petra Flame, all got C support. And Dimitri has rejoined, and Dadu has rejoined, and Rodrigue has rejoined. Fantastic. Now we need some supports between those guys, because they were out for that whole chapter. Missed out on a bunch of support.
Cornelia would not have escaped were it not for my carelessness. She's likely fled west in search of refuge with Viscount Mateus. As
Interesting.
such, I will march west at once. I will not allow the Western Territories to go unpunished for this.
Stop. Just stop.
Okay.
Felix?
Let's hear it.
I've got something to say, Boar. And this time, you're going to listen. Time and time again, we've tried to get it through your thick skull. We might be your subjects, but we're your allies first. Yet you still insist on doing every little thing all by yourself.
Good. Okay, yeah.
So what is it? Do you lack the ears to hear with? Or do you hear our words and just choose to ignore them?
Felix, that's enough.
No, it's not enough.
I know how you feel, but you need to contain yourself.
Now let him talk.
I can't. 2 whole years I've bitten my tongue. The fool needs to hear this in the plainest terms possible.
It was I who chose war with the Empire. I who murdered my uncle in cold blood. I who oppressed the Western Lords. I failed to save the people of Dusker. Failed to save Glenn. And my father. The lives my actions stole from them are mine to atone for. Which I will do by exacting revenge on all who were involved. And by seeing my people safe. As for that burden, yes, I believe it is mine to bear alone.
You truly are a solid gold fool. One could
That's a thing to
search
say.
the kingdom high and low and not find another as utterly asinine as you. And the rest of you, don't just stand there, speak up.
Well, I know Felix has a strange way of showing it at times, but this is all because he worries about you, Dimitri. And it's not just him either. We all do.
Your Majesty, you know my feelings on this matter. 6 years ago, I too watched as nearly everything I cared about was taken from me. And Felix is no different. He lost his brother that day. This pain is not yours to shoulder alone.
He's right, Your Majesty. That is why it is so frustrating to see you act like this.
I can't say
This is
it's
a good
too
moment.
surprising, though. You've always kept everything to yourself, even when you were a little kid. But what you're going through now, it's more than one person could possibly manage on their own.
Please, Your Majesty, we just want to help. You can trust us.
Like I said before, all you need to do is ask, and I'll be at the ready. Besides, we'll all be out of work if you go this alone.
We will assist you in whatever we must. Even vengeance.
I can't get over how little she is. It's so funny. I'm sorry. she's so small.
Thank you. All of you.
Lady Cornelia,
The thing is,
what's happened to you?
I don't think Ingrid's really that much taller. Like, because Annette's like 5'0". Ingrid, I think, is like 5'4" or something. Like, so she's not that much taller, but she's still like the way they have the models. She towers over.
I was too careless. I can hardly remember the last time I was this badly hurt.
We need some golden deer. We need some Hilda and some Lysithia. And Cyril.
As for the capital, Viscount Mateus, we failed.
And some other shorties.
And I doubt the king will soon forget our attempt to seize it.
What? But how?
Viscount, your son, the one who married a distant relative of House Gautier.
Okay.
They'll have his head. Same goes for the kin of all the other Western lords.
No.
This king is a fool, to be sure, but he's not foolish enough or kind enough to forgive those who serve his betrayers. I guarantee you that. His army will begin their march to subdue Western Fargus any moment now. If you don't want your territory stolen from you, or your life, then your only choice is to rise in revolt.
Yes. Yes, I understand. We will mobilize at once.
Interesting, we're still not fighting the Empire. We're really just fighting those who slither in the dark and the people they've tricked into working for them. Which is very interesting. And honestly, I really like that, because those who slither in the dark played no part in Azure Moon.
Land.
And I really would love to see that change.
The Western Lords suffered defeat at the capital. Cornelia, the instigator of the uprising, flees west and commands her allies, Viscounts Mateus and Gideon, to muster their forces. Hoping to settle this matter before re-engaging with the Empire, the Kingdom Army makes for the Mach region in order to defeat Cornelia and learn the truth of the tragedy of Duscur.
Okay, well. Let's see. New chapter. New stuff.
Oh, my uncle?
Oh, right. Baron Dominic is one of the Western Lords.
I'm afraid so. Among the rebels are houses Mateus and Gideon, and all the other Western Lords from whom I've stripped power. They appear to have appointed Baron Dominic as their leader.
Well, that sucks.
I'm so sorry, Annie. What could he be thinking?
So, in Azure Moon, Baron Dominic is only a character in Annette and Gilbert's Paralogue, and he's like a no-fate. He's doesn't even have a model, right? He's just a dude, a great knight, I think. And he's holding Crusher, and Annette goes to get it from him, and thinks she can just go and get it from him during Three Houses Azure Moon route. This is after the 5-year time skip, right? So that's interesting. It appears he's not as deep. I mean, he is on the Empire side, but it appears he's like not deep enough on the Empire side in Three Houses to have been initially a threat. This seems to be a lot more extreme.
House Dominic may be a mere barony at present, but they're a storied family whose lineage traces all the way back to the 10 elites. Centuries ago, when the wise King Klaus passed beyond the Veil of Death, he did so without naming a successor to the crown.
So my guess is we're going to get Crusher here.
And so, the 3 regions of the Holy Kingdom, Fargus, Mach, and Leicester, were divided among the 3 royal princes. House Dominic chose to side with the prince ruling Mach, who was eventually defeated by the forces of Fargus, leaving the once vast Dominic territory to be whittled down, meted out to the neighboring lords.
I know they held a grudge about that in the past, but surely it's ancient history at this point. Tons of people from House Dominic, my father included, have devoted their lives to serving the royal family. It makes me wonder if my uncle's heart is really in this fight.
No, something's up.
As they stand now, House Dominic lacks the influence and might necessary to defy their surrounding lords. So when pushed to join the uprising, they would have had little choice but to go
And
along.
that...
But that lack of strength might just be the key to our victory.
That jives with Annette's Paralogue in Azure Moon.
How do you mean, Gustav?
Where basically they were just kind of going along because they didn't really have a choice.
If we could only convince my brother to change sides, the Western territories would lose their leader.
Makes sense. So we basically convince Baron Dominic to change sides. Maybe we fight Cornelia again. I don't know. I feel like they're going to have to deal with Cornelia quick.
And if we were to
We can't keep dragging out Cornelia.
Victory against a demoralized army, it would likely cause their military effort to collapse entirely.
Perhaps. But it'll be difficult to pry the Baron away without first eliminating those surrounding him.
Well, we could do that in the territory, the auxiliary battles, I guess.
Indeed.
Or that could just be part 1 of the map.
Turn the tide of war in our favor if we ever hope to empower the Baron to defect. For now, we must consider how best to break through their front.
All right. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get Crusher out of this for sure.
Soldiers you offer. Are you sure Duscur can spare that many?
Oh, we're gonna get Duscur to help.
For good or ill, this is what our chief has decided.
That's cool.
Preparations will take some time, but we are sworn to aid you, and we will stake our pride as a people on doing so.
I was really hoping we'd get to see more stuff about Duscur in this route.
Still, this is a far larger
Unfortunately,
force than we ever asked for.
Unfortunately, without spoiling too much, we don't get anywhere near enough Elmira stuff in Golden Wildfire to be satisfying. We get a little bit, but it feels like it was advertised to be a lot more, and we don't really get a whole lot. So my hopes for Duscur being involved in this route are pretty slim, but I really do hope we get some more Duscur stuff.
Please, you strove tirelessly to see our home return to us. The people of Duscur have not forgotten the kindness you showed, and though some may still think ill of you, we only offer as many soldiers as volunteered.
Oscar remains a kingdom territory. As such, I can't claim our relationship is one on equal footing.
I'll also say that the inclusion of Baron Dominic as a major part of the story, or at least a chapter part of the story, does go a long way to make Annette actually be included in the important shit going on in this storyline. I'm hoping we get some stuff with Ash, too, and Mercedes, and I feel like maybe we will. It's kind of giving me the optimism.
Yet, I want to believe your gracious support here will point the way to a new future for both your home and ours. Give your men my thanks. And once this war reaches its conclusion, I'll be sure to visit Duscur anew.
Understood. I'll be taking my leave now.
To do. None of this would be happening if not for the unflagging efforts of you and Rodrigue.
No, Your Majesty. Neither I nor Rodrigue could have accomplished this. Your sincerity is what won their trust.
I hope you speak true. Nothing I do will ever bring back their fallen loved ones after all.
Yet you have shown us the truth all the same. Allowed us to see a better future. Not only me, but everyone from Duscur.
And still, the whole picture remains elusive. A dark secret continues to linger over the tragedy, shrouded by shadow. Shedding light on it is my... No. It is our duty.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Okay. Here we are. An award is available. And a bunch of people to talk to. As always, what's going on, Arvel? You have such an important role in this story so far.
A shame.
Dude, I don't like you. I'm not gonna mince words. I don't like Arvel. I don't like Arvel at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet. I bet they would have. I bet they do if you play a different route. Okay, well. Again, I reiterate though that like the justification for why the Empire is attacking the kingdom seems very flimsy in this game.
Perfect.
And maybe there's more to it in Scarlet Blaze, maybe. But like at the very least, alright, cool. At the very least, in Three Houses, you had Edelgard's declaration of war speech. And that I mentioned this before, so I'm not going to repeat it all over again. But that really laid out why she thought going to war with the Kingdom and the Alliance was the right thing to do. And during the cold, they got used to it.
Interesting.
Yeah, alright. Anyway. We don't have that same justification here, because Arundel's not in the picture.
Right.
At least as far as I can tell.
Right.
A friend who passed away, huh?
What say you?
Is that yeah. A friend who passed away. That is a way to phrase it, man. We have Gustav around here now. I like how they're standing together. That's very sweet. That's very sweet. That's so fucking sweet.
Let's give it our all.
Uncle Dominic. Is his name Dominic? I hope it is. That's such a weird way to like, Uncle Dominic? That's his last name, right? Ugh, I don't care about Rhea. Come on, man. Nobody cares about Rhea. Hey, Flame.
I see.
It's amazing what being surrounded by friends helps keep away. Right? Oh, Bernie. Oh, Bernie.
How about it?
Sympathize. Yeah. Alright. What else we got? We got Supply Master. I'm sure there's some stuff to pick up here.
Supplies are the lifeblood.
Collect supplies.
Everything has its use.
Hey, Rodrigue.
You have my gratitude.
Agree. Express humility. Alright, I guess that wasn't the right answer. I don't know. I really have to start looking into supports with Rodrigue and Dimitri and to do. Battalion Master, I don't think there's anything I care about here. We got Gatekeeper over here. Nobody's in here. Ash, how's it going, Ash? Agree.
Right on.
Fuck. Yeah, because she's not actually Cornelia. She's not actually Cornelia. What's up?
You up for a chat?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's the one who caused me so much pain. Alright, well, if you say so. Hey, Mercedes, how's it going? I saw your name through the window.
Oh, that's right.
Was she not in the western part of the kingdom, coming from the Empire, though? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Huh. I missed somebody over here. Who did I miss? Oh, Dimitri. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
No.
Crack a joke.
Greetings. I wonder.
Alright. Okay. We've got, Felix and Dedu. What are you guys gonna say to each other?
Hey there.
That is very different from their relationship in Three Houses. I wonder if they realized it was, like, really wildly uncomfortable. We're like, let's not do that again. Hey, 'tis a pity. Yeah, I feel like we probably could have, and now this is gonna be a problem that we didn't. What do we got?
How'd it go?
Secret Transport Force. All right. See, Secret Transport Force is Anna's battalion. That is, I think, what is it? Flying Stride? So it's totally not that here. It's something totally fucking different. All right, what do we got on the war map? I just want to take a look at the war map first before we start poking around. Yeah, we got that. And we got some stuff over here. So that's good. We have... Ooh, Wildflowers for the Future. A paralogue. Who is that gonna be? Is that Dedu? Dedu, Ingrid, and Felix. I was not expecting Felix's paralogue to not be with Rodrigue, I'll be honest. Alright, so we've got Pryderi territory. We've got Gideon territory, so we're just romping our way through. Mateus territory. Duval territory. Duval territory. Duval territory. And then this is, well, we don't know what this is, but I'm assuming this is going to be Dominic territory. Alright. So we're going to work our way over to there. What's the paralog level? 31. Okay. What is this level? 27. Alright, so I need to return to camp real quick. And what we need to do first is we need to get... I need to see support info for the characters that I haven't had for a while. So Dimitri is actually in pretty decent shape. Mercedes, he needs some work with Mercedes. But other than that, like Sylvain, he's got plenty of support. Annette, he's got plenty of support. Felix, he's got a good amount of support. Dedu, he's almost a B. So he's doing okay. I really do want to get him and Bernadetta. I kind of want to focus in on that. He doesn't have support with any of these characters, so we could totally ignore that. I also really want to get his support with Rodrigue, because that feels like something that's going to be ultimately missable. Dedu needs to work on some people. Dedu needs support with Felix. He's doing okay with Sylvain. He needs support with Annette. Really needs support with Ingrid. Needs support with Mercedes. Alright, and then he also has Petra, but we're doing good with Petra. Alright. So let me set up, very, very briefly, let me set up my levels for Dimitri and Dedu.
Time to work you into shape.
So you guys need to get up to like 20, just get you up to 24, it's fine, whatever. And 24. That's going to be a bit expensive, but it's fine.
This strength.
Okay. The other thing I want to do, or to do, it hasn't been every single time, and I've been falling down on the job. This greatly fills Awakening Gauge. Do we have anything that does more weapon durability loss? Like, somewhat reduced? Yeah, that's good. So, Felix and Rodrigue. I would rather do Dimitri and Rodrigue. Hopefully that'll get them over the line for their C support. Perfect, they'll definitely do that.
I admire your restraint, Your Majesty, but there's no need for it. You should eat more.
You have a point. It wouldn't hurt to have a little more to mark this special meal, I suppose.
Yeah, great. Alright, so that should get us a support. Alright, so Dimitri and Rodrigue now have their C support. That's good. And that actually got them a little bit of the way into their B support. Even better. Alright, Dimitri and Mercedes. I'm not going to, like, really worry about that. I wanted to get the durability loss before I jump into a battle. We can also set up training. I'm not going to run the training yet. But we can set this up. So, Annette and Ingrid are done. We can set up Annette and... I guess Dedu makes the most sense. But I feel like Dedu needs support with other people more than he needs with Annette. I guess we could work on Annette and Shez. That's fine. Sedith doesn't need anybody. Because he got Flane, and that's it. So, let's swap out Ingrid with Dedu. So, Dedu and Ingrid can work. We go back to Learning Mage, that's fine. These guys are pretty close. I feel like we can get them a different way. Flane doesn't have support with anybody else, though, other than Ash. So let's hold off on that. So Ash and Mercedes are almost done. They can also get support an easier way. Ash and Sylvain is something I should probably work on. That feels good. Let's do that. Also, you're done with Sniper. Jesus. Back to working on Thief. You guys are done also. Felix and Dimitri, maybe. Felix and Rodrigue, again, I feel like I need to kind of work on that for sure. I don't know what I want to do with you, buddy. I don't know what you do. I guess you go to be a holy... Right, you are a holy knight, that's right. So I guess you can work on Monk. I'll class you up. You guys, I don't have time for you guys. So we need Dimitri, and we need somebody. Actually, Bernadetta. You know what? Let's do that. That feels pretty good, because they need to get support. All right. That's good. So the only other thing we need to do is class up Felix into a grappler.
I could make this.
That's not a good look for you, buddy. It's not a good look for anybody. Let's be real, but it's not a good look for you. Okay, so I think we can go head out to the war map. Start plugging away at some of these auxiliary battles. Let's do it.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Okay, what do we got? Predatory territory, level 27. We should be fine here. We do get 11 sword. I would really like 11 sword. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of really want 11 sword. 11 sword sounds fucking fantastic. Alright, so we have lances. We have lots of lances. We have swords. Lances, swords, and archers. Alright. And that's level 27. That's fine. Let's keep rocking with that. Dimitri over Ingrid, I think, makes sense because Dimitri needs the levels. We need an axe. Actually, they don't need the levels because I just leveled them up. Let's get Sedith in here. And then a fourth. We could bring maybe Flane. No. I guess we bring Dedu. Because Dedu, Dimitri, and Annette can all kind of get supports with each other. That'll be helpful. And Dedu has axe with Sedith. That's fine. Yeah. Let's go for it. So Sedith has a killer axe. That's fine. Aravar. Do I have anything better than Aravar? I feel like I have to. Oh, we have that. Yeah, you can stick with Aravar. That's fine. For now. Killer Tome, obviously. Iron Axe plus 6. There's gotta be better than that. Even just a hammer's better. Steel Axe plus 3. Steel Axe plus 4. Take that from Sylvain. That's fine. Charbring. I don't know if that's even really important at all. That's fine. Not even sure what charm does. Alright. Fight.
To battle.
I'll give it my...
Okay, so you can handle that. The dude can come down here and handle that.
It's time to move.
Annette can handle that.
1000%. Leave everything to
And
me.
Dimitri can handle that.
We must strive to perform
Give me to do.
I'm going.
Oh, we go this way.
Victory will be ours.
Hey guys, you go over there. I'll head on down here. Take out this Cavalier. Defeat the Cavalier and their allies.
Bring it down quickly.
Oh man, he's so slow. So slow. So very, very slow.
Let us crush their defenses.
So if I end up making Annette an axe user,
Let's begin.
which I don't know that I'm going to do, totally, for sure, but I'm gonna definitely want to try it out once she gets either Crusher or Bolt Axe.
Grant them no mercy.
Hell yeah, Sedith. I love that attack. She would be an axe user, but she wouldn't be a standard axe user, right? Because she'd be using magic, so... Of course she has. Of course she has. I don't think the goddess has anything the fuck to do with it. I think it's your killer tome plus 10 that has everything to do with it. If I'm being TBH.
I must succeed.
Alright, to do.
I'll do it.
That turned out rather well.
So yeah, I definitely want to try her as an axe user. I don't know how good she'll be as one. I feel like she will be. I feel like she'll be fine once she gets Crusher.
Let's begin.
She shouldn't need Crusher. I feel like she definitely shouldn't need it. Especially if a Bolt Axe is somewhere available. Like, obviously we have Levin Sword, if we S-rank this map, which I would like to, and I'm assuming it's standard. Yeah, it's standard.
This is not yet the time for celebration.
Alright.
We will proceed as we must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
What are you doing, Annette?
Leave everything to me.
Yeah, let's take a nap.
Wounds are severe. I have to.
I was trying to think of, like, who else is like that. Where, you know, like, they're a magic user or they're something particular, but then they're also able to be played as a totally different thing. And I forgot about Marianne. Marianne is that also.
Ways our only option.
Marianne has a similar issue as Annette, as she can be a sword. Whether it's like a Mortal Savant, or a Trickster, or even just like a, you know, a Falcon Knight or something, with Blutgong as a magic sword. It was very cool. God, Excalibur is incredible. Oh, that didn't pull all those guys in. That sucks.
I'll give it 1,000. Leave everything to me.
Alright, where's Sedith? Give me Sedith.
My duty calls.
Let's capture some more.
Do not interfere.
And the problem with Marianne, although it's not really a problem because you have Levin Swords, right? But you don't get her, you don't get Blutgong until really late in Golden Wildfire. Which kind of sucks, because it's like, oh, I was kind of wanting to use her as a sword user. A messenger appeared, huh? Sedith, get on it. Get on it, Sedith.
Let's get started.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Tastes more bitter than blackest coffee. Wind is just really good. It's simple. Which is odd because Wind actually like isn't good in it's not that it's not good, it's just underwhelming in Three Houses. It's like people's biggest complaint about Annette is that all she gets is like Wind. When other people get better stuff. Which I mean, if you're playing Annette as a magic user, just like a straight up magic user, you're playing her very wrong. You know, I'll tell you that much. You've seen my Three Houses playthroughs. We do Wyvern Lord Annette, man. That's what she's there for. But yeah, with Marianne, it's like, you know, you try to have a sword build for her too, and so it's like, okay, well, is she gonna be played as a magic user, or am I gonna try to make her a sword user? And I think with this game, it's both harder and easier to do that because you don't have to worry about the durability of a Levin Sword or a Bolt Axe or something like that, having to constantly keep up with it, right? Because one of the biggest problems in Three Houses when you have characters like Dorothea with a sword, or Annette with an axe, or, you know, I haven't been using Dimitri at all.
You got one tough fight on your hands.
Marianne with a sword, Mercedes with a bow, which I've also done that. That was a lot of fun. But the problem is you have to deal with, you know, using your, what do you call it?
It's time to move.
Not loot steal, it's one of the other things. Arcane crystals. You have to keep track of your arcane crystals and keep up the repairs on those weapons because the durability just constantly decreases as you're using them. In here, you don't have to worry about that. You just have to get the weapons, and Annette is in trouble. No, she's fucking not. Get out of here. How is Annette in trouble? You're lying. I'm pretty sure she's fucking fine. Alright, have we taken care of everything now?
We must strive to perform to the best of our ability.
What do we need to do? Let's deal with this right quick. Yeah, so the problem is just actually getting a weapon like 11 sword or a
I'm dragging the others down.
bolt axe or something like that. But once you have it, then you can just kind of, I guess, forge it up a shitload and get it really good, and you'll be fine. Well, of course, then you have your heroes relics too. The good thing is, it seems like, I mean, knock on wood, we get Crusher in this chapter. Unlike Marianne's Blutgong. You don't get until, like, the chapter before the last chapter of the game. Alright, and that got knocked over. I don't appreciate that. Get dead, dude. No shot. I would like Dimitri to do it, though, because he needs experience. Alright, well, he actually didn't get the kill there, so let me get Annette as an adjutant, just for support reasons. If we can get the warrior gauge up, that'd be great. Because we're basically at max. I don't want to kill him until then, ideally. Although I'm sure we're not actually going to kill him.
No stopping us. Gotcha.
Yes, understood.
Be very surprised if we actually kill. You don't usually kill people in these side. Yeah, he's not dead. He retreated. You don't usually kill people in these side missions anyway. But I kind of get the sense that part of Dimitri's arc here is going to be not killing people. That would be very valuable for him. Completion time, no! Oh, I'm doing that off screen. I'm doing that off screen, no question. I want 11 sword. I don't really need 11 sword, but I want it. These aren't that great. I'm sad. I'm sad, man. I wanted that 11 sword. I will get it. I will get it. I'm gonna get it.
I have a message, Your Majesty. The Imperial Army has begun an assault on former Arendelle territory.
God damn it, they can't stop invading, can they?
They've caught on to us.
And? How does Arendelle fare?
The force we sent to bolster their defenses still holds the castle, but they're under considerable pressure and may not hold out much longer.
So Arendelle is, like, on our side?
That bad, huh? Could they have planted spies in our midst at the fortress?
It's Gwendol, guys, come on.
Even were that the case, this would be an odd turn of events.
It's so obviously
We left
Gwendol.
Sizable reserves guarding both Aryan Road and Arendelle. Under those circumstances, Felix's unit alone would seem enough to keep the enemy at bay.
But this enemy marches under the flag of the Black Eagles.
Of course they are.
They appear to be the Emperor's personal battalion.
Edelgard's trying to seize Aryan Road personally?
The Emperor
Fuck
has
Edelgard.
panache, I'll give her that. It takes some real guts to confront the Kingdom and Alliance simultaneously. If you ask me, it feels like quite a roll of the dice for us to keep focusing on the West, while the Imperial threat marches towards us unchecked.
No, we gotta deal with this. We gotta deal with this, because what's gonna happen is if we don't deal with this, and we go to Aryan Road, then we're gonna be, in a pincer, right? Because we got the Empire coming from the Empire, and then the West will consolidate and push into us from there.
Still,
it's not gonna work.
Like we should be taking care of our own business in the West before we turn our attention to Aryan Road.
Agreed. If we don't quell this rebellion, the very kingdom could collapse in on itself. Of course, we can't turn a blind eye to the Empire's attack either. But taking the sword to these insurrectionists must be our top priority.
Indeed. Considering the relative urgencies of both situations, the trouble in the West takes precedence. That said, the thought of Aryan Road falling into her hands is a difficult one to stomach.
We'll just take it back, though.
Send forth the Knights of Saros, then.
Because we will.
We may be few in number, but even a small force can be all the difference when defending a siege.
Okay.
And given the debt we owe you, the Archbishop will surely not refuse you this favor.
Thank you, Sedith. I'll send an envoy to her at once. Go to Lady Rhea and request reinforcements from the knights at both Arundel and Aryan Road. Tell her, if Arundel proves too difficult to pacify, her knights should not hesitate to abandon it. If such an eventuality comes, they're to fall back to Aryan Road and hold the fortress with the others. Understood?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We don't have time to be sitting on our hands either. Let's hurry up and end this rebellion.
We'll get to it. I gotta do all the maps first.
Right you are. There's not a moment to waste.
And then we gotta go on an expedition. And cook some food. And shit. Alright, there's Anna. We'll get her eventually. Dorothea wants to go on an expedition. No. What's this? Total enemies defeated. Okay, that's fine. Give me some materials. We'll expand a facility. Do a survey spot here. Alright, well, guess we're going. Guess we're going. Let's go. Alright, what do we got? Axe. Tome. Axe. Bow. Bow. Tome. Alright. Give me Petra.
I fight for my
Give
land.
me Flane.
I can fight as well.
Give me Felix. And then somebody Felix needs support with. Dimitri or Dadu. Dadu feels better here.
Understood.
Yeah. Alright. There we have it.
Let's begin.
Let's fucking do it.
For his magic. Let's begin.
Alright, Dadu's neutral, so we'll just have him go somewhere where there's not mages. Mages feel like a bad call for him. You gotta deal with the archers, Flane. So head on over here.
I shall do my part.
Felix can deal with the mages. I kind of bungled the positioning on this, but that's okay. And then Petra can go over here. Let me just give me Petra. I'll start fighting things while
You want me to lay an ambush?
everybody else moves into where they need to go. Petra is almost too fast. I kind of don't even really like how fast Petra is. Sometimes it makes her really hard to control. Didn't kill him. There we go. Alright, Petra, next.
The Sky Spirit watches over me.
Felix, you get down there.
It's worth a shot.
Alright, Flane.
Can't let it end like this. I have finished with great success.
we go.
I
Petra, where are you going now? You go over here. Give me Felix.
The Sky Spirit watches over me.
Stand down.
I do hope you'll make this fun for me.
Golem appeared on the battlefield. Of course it did. Of course it did. You do have to take out the golem. Hopefully this golem is weak to whatever I brought. Fist, tome, and axe. It sure is. Alright, you go over there, buddy. You go over there, buddy. Do.
I'm going.
You know what they say about playing with fire.
Well, what's
I
next?
sure do know what they say about playing with fire, I guess. Oh, he has lightning axe, that's right. That works too. Although he also just has axe. Alright, give me flame.
I'm swapping in. Oh, my turn.
Got a lot of fucking dudes here, man. Here we go. Here we go. Holy shit. Holy shit, Flane.
I will give it my all. I shall
What the actual fuck?
Is it my turn? Begin.
Alright, Petra, I don't think you have any use here with sword. Yeah, so it's everybody else. So you deal with this guy. Dedu, get down there. Flane, get down there. And I'll take Felix. Get rid of this priest. There we go.
I'm dragging the others down.
You did it.
Okay. See, what I would really like to know is there a reliable way to like farm Levin swords and stuff like that? Bolt axes and arrows of Indra. Because I did end up getting like a few arrow of Indras.
I'll do what I can.
I don't remember how many lances or how many axes and swords I ended up getting. But I definitely did get a few. But I don't know if they were specific rewards or if they were things that I had more control over. Because if I happen to get one with a shitty ability or something, then like fuck me, right? Is there a way to get one more reliably? Because, I mean, once you get one, you can reforge it over and over and over again and get it up to really high stats and stuff. That's fine. But, like, you know. Am I limited to just, like, the one or two that you find for S-ranking certain maps? Or is there a better way to get them? Can they be, like, random enemy drops and stuff? I don't know.
Is it my turn?
There we go. There we go. That's not even the extra battle.
Our next task begins.
This was the survey spot. Okay. Got a tattered tome for a killer tome. That's not really what I need. I'll take it. I'll take it. I shall take it. A facility can be expanded. I am aware. I'm aware of that. Let's go expand said facility. We're going to have to do that paralog also, by the way. We're going to have to do that paralog. I'm doing all the content that I come across. Do not be fooled. These chapters are going to get longer and longer.
The lifeblood of any army.
These chapters are not Gonna be quick. I can promise you. Alright. What can we expand? We can expand training grounds. I love to hear that. Lower the cost of leveling up, please. Please lower the cost of leveling up. And then axes. Also, recruit training gear. I feel like at this point I should be able to just grab those. I don't know if I'm going to get them from anything right now other than actively just exchanging for them.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any
so recruit training gear, just give me however many I need, right? 13 is it? Yeah, that's expensive, but I did grind out some smithing stones to make it a little bit more worth it, or more feasible. Yeah, let's go ahead and just close out these two right here. There we go. Good shit. I only need 8 more to rank up the camp again, which is very cool. Let's head back out.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Capture the thieves. Defeat the courier. Alright, so of course there'll be a monster. Alright, so steel axe. Got axe, 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 axe. Lance. Axe and lance. And sword. The standard old-fashioned weapon triangle. Alright, so give me Dimitri.
Then I'll be off.
Give me Dedu. Give me Felix. I kind of want to put Sylvain or Mercenaries like on these guys, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Ash.
Have to do my best.
And we can get these bros, all 4 of these bros can get some support. They can all get themselves some nice support. I will grind out support off screen again, probably. Although it's not the weekend, so maybe. It might be a little tougher to do that.
Let's begin.
But we'll see. I'll have some time tomorrow.
Let's begin.
Dedu needs to go all the way the fuck up here. Just kind of a far hike, but he'll get there quick, I'm sure.
Do what I can.
I didn't bring the weapon triangle.
It's worth a shot.
We will proceed as planned.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
We must strive to perform.
Stand down.
We will overrun them.
Stay strong. We can win this.
I didn't bring a sword. That's okay. The courier is retreating to the kitchen.
We will proceed as planned.
Alright. I guess I'll go fast. Let's go fast. Let's go fast. Gotta 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 find him. Got him. Found him. Fight me, bitch. Yikes. There we go. Courier appeared. Dimitri. Oh, Ash. Ash, you get him. You get him. There we go.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
All right, dude. Dude. There we go. Nicely done. All right. You deal with that. Ash. Give me Ash. You know what, Felix? Come over here and be an adjutant with Ash. Let's get some support. Another courier appeared. Oh, it's a Pegasus Knight. Alright, well, I guess it's gonna be Ash again. There we go.
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous about this.
Where's the do? All the way up here. Of course he is.
I'm going.
This is all my fault.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
There we go.
On to the next.
Good stuff. On to the next one. Get up there and capture this, this thing.
I've awaited this moment.
Wait, where are you? Over here.
Retreat!
Success.
We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform
I'll do my best.
Should be easy.
Grant them no mercy.
Should be nice and easy. Hell yeah. Alright, unassign the adjutant there.
All would be lost if I
Pop Felix out, and then Felix, you can go with the boar.
I'll back you up. We will proceed as planned. We must strive to perform to the best of our abilities.
I'm going.
Have to keep the momentum going.
Enemy Commander Paladin. Oh, he's over here. Okay. No?
Fight on your hands. I shall take the lead.
Alright, let's get rid of this guy and then send these guys up here. That didn't. Okay, well, don't get rid of this guy then. Go up here and fight.
We must strive.
I'll switch over to Dedu. Keep you guys occupied until then. So I would like to do a bro attack with Dimitri and Felix. They here yet? Yeah, they are.
I've awaited this moment.
All right, where's the thing? There's one of these. Gimme. All right, we can do the bro attack. Let's do the super bro friendship attack.
Give me a hand, Thor. I think you mean a tusk. Stand down. Yeah, right.
Didn't include the stronghold captain. Also, let's unassign adjutant.
My thanks.
Let's get Dedu and Dimitri.
We will proceed as planned. Allow me to help you.
Allow me.
Defendable as ever.
Do another super bro combo attack as soon as my gauge fills up. Come on, fill up the gauge. It's almost full. There we go.
Dedu, with me.
This is how I grinded out supports, by the way. Combo adjutant attacks.
Each win
Very
brings
helpful,
us
very
closer
useful way to
our
do it.
goal.
To do it. Dude's getting nice and buffed up. He did Master Brigand also. We got a Blessed Bow +7. Yikes. Okay. That was worth getting. Hello. Alright, good shit. Alright, new support conversation available. I fucking hope so. Fucking hope so. Alright, what do we got? We've got Dimitri and Dedu. Very good.
must rest, Your Majesty. These late hours will only undermine your health.
I appreciate your concern, but I fear sleep eludes me after our last battle. No need to wait for me to do, or to worry. I'll rest when I find a suitable stopping point.
You said the same the other day, then worked until the break of dawn.
I should know better than to argue when you get like this. Very well. I'll rest once I know these documents contain no errors. And if you assist me, it will go all the faster.
There you go. That's called manipulation.
This is written in the language of Duscar. Is it a letter to the leadership?
Yes. I'd asked their cooperation in investigating a number of matters pertaining to the tragedy of Duscar. Some interim reports arrived the other day, so I'm thanking them for those and requesting a further investigation into another matter.
I see. Such important tasks warrant daylight. Can this not wait until morning?
And what if I fall in battle tomorrow and the work remains forever unfinished? I must do all that I can while I still draw breath. I will uncover the truth of that day and exact revenge for the dead. I swear it. There's no time to waste. After all, it doesn't appear resolving this issue will be as simple as just setting all the perpetrators to meet their end.
All the more reason to rest and preserve your health.
My rest and health.
No, it can't.
At least until I've looked through these inquiries into the Western Front. And I should put in some training before I sleep, to make up for all this desk work.
Do you still have nightmares of that day?
You remember then? I'm surprised. I've not mentioned them in years. I used to summon you to my room under the pretense of keeping you safe from the others in the castle.
So again, out of context lines from a lot of these. But this isn't even out of context. That's fucking in context.
Then I'd have you listen to me babble until sleep finally claimed me.
I've always been grateful for the consideration you showed.
It was my own selfishness. Nothing praiseworthy.
Well, if sleep still evades you, I would be happy to lend an ear.
That would only succeed in exhausting us both. We have an early start tomorrow, so please, get some rest. I know you will once again implore me not to overextend myself. But I assure you that I know my own limits better than anyone.
At least let me bring tea before I depart.
That would be wonderful to do. And apologies for always putting you through so much trouble.
There you go. Sport level B for Dimitri and Deduce. So Dimitri needs to work on Mercenaries. That's the major one. And then Bernadetta. And Rodrigue. Actually, Dimitri and Rodrigue feels like it's important to get working on. Dimitri and Bernadetta feels like it is not as important. But, I'll work on them. Don't worry. I'll do it off screen. It's fine. I'll do it off screen. I'm being hasty. I'm being very hasty. I keep forgetting. Here we go. Alright. Let's head out to the war map again. And we'll do this. Gideon Territory. Convoy Ambush. Let's grab it. Alright. So what are we looking at? We're looking at gauntlets. So Ash wants to be here. Looking at axes. So either Petra or Shez wants to be here. Tomes. So we want Felix. Alright. So Ash, Felix. Huh. Kind of want to grind. I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to grind a bit. I want to grind out the supports a bit. Ooh, we could do... No, Bernadetta's too low. No, she's really... Give me Bernadetta instead of Ash.
Expect me to go out there and fight, do you?
Okay, give me Ash.
I'll do what I need to.
I'm gonna just have Bernadetta be an adjutant for Dimitri the whole time. That's all I'm gonna do there. That's all I'm gonna do there. Oh, hold on. Yeah, you're gonna take this. You're gonna take that. Alright. Let's do it.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
I'd rather push on.
So, immediately, Bernadetta, you're gonna go be an adjutant for Dimitri. That's your whole role here. Is to grind out support for Dimitri.
We will proceed as planned.
It's literally all I want out of this.
We must strive.
I'll do what I can.
Alright, get over there and help that guy.
It's worth a shot.
Give me Dimitri. I will fight with Dimitri. Bernadetta, get over here. Yoink. I'm gonna yoink you nice and good. That sounded weird. That's Ash's thing to deal with. I don't know where I'm going. I'm so lost. Where am I? We go this way. Alright. Alright, we've got people getting summoned to do shit and stuff and shit, and you need to go fight this guy. Alright. I will fight things as they approach. Ash, you're already coming this way. You know what? Go back up that way. Yikes. Alright, we need to try to get 500 kills here too also, that's gonna be 2 also, yeah. Because I can words. That's gonna be a little bit tough, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. Not sure what the reward for S rank on this one is. Get dead, man. There we go. Alright.
Wounds are severe. I have to fall back.
Alright, I do have super awesome combo with Bernadetta. Ready to go. I'm gonna get a nice big horde here, and then we'll do it. Oh my god, look at her. That's so funny. I played her as a Pegasus Knight in Golden Wildfire. I didn't use her much in Golden Wildfire, but I played her as a Pegasus Knight. And so I didn't actually get to see that. Mercenary and some bandits appeared, huh? Isn't Ash dealing with this guy? He is, but he's not catching up to him. Alright, I need you. Where's the stronghold captain? You, okay. I need Felix. There's so many dudes over here. Take care of all of you guys. Protect the Pegasus Knight while they recruit the mercenary. Alright, go fight that guy. Dimitri,
We will proceed as planned.
go fight that guy.
We must
Ash,
Here I go. We can ill afford defeat here.
Bandit and their allies appeared.
We cannot allow the battle to continue trending this way.
So many people appearing.
I'm dragging the others down.
Very large hordes over here.
You shall pay for this. You hear? I can't fight like this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
Have to keep the momentum going.
Okay, Pegasus Knight's in trouble. That's fine. Where's Felix? Give me Felix.
Stand down.
Summoner's not ready to what? Alright, well, shit.
Let's move out.
Summoner is not preparing to summon again. Summoner's dead.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Resounding success.
Cavalier's in trouble. Well, hold on. that all these people over here?
I'll do what I can.
I don't know if I need you, but...
Who's next?
Make sure to keep that momentum.
I shall grant you the privilege of my...
Oh, don't kill the mercenary. Yeah, don't kill the mercenary. Yeah, get over here. There we go. Recruited the mercenary. Great. There we go. Another big, super powerful attack. Got it. Good shit.
Yes, understood.
Okay. We good?
I have no mercy to offer our enemies.
Who's this guy?
Don't tire yourself out, boy.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Go for it, Ash.
You're through.
You called.
Protected the Cavalier. Damn right. Now we're gonna have enemy commander Wyvern Rider. Alright. Ash, that's gonna be you.
I'll do my best.
That's gonna be you. And as soon as Felix is finished with this, he's gonna become your adjutant. For support. Come on, dude, just go down. Just go down. Got him. Alright. Felix. Be Ash's adjutant.
Hope this helps.
We'll make quick work of him. We're not going to do super awesome combo attack because there's just not going to be a need for it. I'm going backwards. Also, I don't have a warrior gauge. So that's not going to happen. We're going to kill this Wyvern Lord way quick because of the bow. So, but that's fine. Out of here. Out of the way, you guys. Yikes. Almost. There we go. Wyvern Lord didn't get caught up in that.
A successful conquest.
There we go. There we go. Nicely done.
Just don't attack this place again.
Hopefully we got Dimitri and Bernadetta some nice support out of that. Got the advanced seal. Steel axe +4 is not bad. I don't think we got their support. I don't think we got C support yet. That kind of sucks. Get back here. So, oh, we have a support conversation. Okay, I don't know who it is, but ooh, Umbral Steel. Gonna want that. We might want Mithril at some point, but we definitely want Umbral Steel. Great.
Come to think of it.
Got a nice whole strategy. Ingrid wants to go on an expedition. I feel like I'm going to go on an expedition with Annette. I don't know when. I might just wait till she wants to. But, you know. Just to do it. I feel like it has to have some kind of value, but I think it really only just gives you more support. which is good, but, you know. Alright, so we have Felix and Ash. They are done.
Felix, what are you doing here?
I had business in the capital. Speaking of, I hear you're that boar's knight now.
Oh, you mean His Majesty?
Yeah, him. You must have it rough with a tiresome man like that leading you.
I think you're exaggerating, Felix. I wouldn't call him that at all. In fact, he even does our jobs for us sometimes. Although he has been trying to rely on us a little more lately.
See, that's exactly why he's such a problem. You should steal your job back from him once in a while. Use force if you have to.
Felix, are you?
Anyway, the castle has certainly changed in the past, what, 2 years since he took over? For one thing, there are many more commoners among the knights.
Good.
You have a good eye to notice that. But yes, His Majesty says there are pros and cons to it. For example, knights from noble families tend to be more polite and respectful.
Who cares?
There were a lot of scuffles and misunderstandings in the beginning, but things seem to be calming down now.
And which are you, noble or commoner? You became a knight on Lord Lenato's recommendation, right?
Yeah, my situation is kind of strange. I'm almost stuck right in the middle. Still, I feel like there are things only I can do precisely because I don't fit into either box. But whenever I'm in real trouble, His Majesty and Dedue always come to my aid. So that's good.
It is good.
Well, huh?
Yep. Even the knights accept him as one of us now. No one's a better cook or more skilled with their hands. And he's a proper demon on the battlefield to boot. I hope to be more like him someday.
Please, no. One of him is more than enough. Especially that blind loyalty. Imitate that and you'll only end up throwing away your life on the battlefield.
Oh, are you worried about us? That's sweet, Felix.
Fucking get him.
I always
He's
had
right,
the
but
impression
fucking get
you
him.
cared for your friends, and now I know I'm right.
Excuse me?
I mean, sure, the things you say are pretty harsh, but you can't bring yourself to actually abandon someone. You always show so much concern for me, and for Dedue, and even for His Majesty.
Yeah, well, it'd be more work for me if anything happened to you.
Yeah, huh?
That's all.
That's all,
And
Baka.
it isn't enough as it is. Can't afford to take on more issues.
Well then, I'll do my best not to add to your problems.
I doubt you'll need to try that hard. You do a decent enough job of supporting folks already. So, keep up the good work and maybe I'll lend you a hand someday. You know, if you need it.
Thanks, Felix. I'll be counting on you.
Oh, that was fucking just warm and wholesome. Alright, so Felix is doing good. He's into his A support with Ingrid. He needs to work on Dimitri a bit. He's doing okay with Annette. He's doing okay with Sylvain. He needs to work on Dedue. So Dimitri and Dedue is really his major thing. We still have locked support with Shez, so I'm not too worried about that. And we're doing okay with Rodrigue. So Felix, I think, is in good shape. Ash is almost done with Mercedes. He's done with Felix, done with Ingrid, basically done with Annette. He's almost done with Dimitri, too. Sylvain's the one he really needs to work on. And then Flayn, if we can get, a little bit. So Sylvain is actually still doing okay, generally. Need to get him working on Ingrid. But that stuff I can do off screen. Mercedes and Dimitri and Mercedes and Dedue are a bit of a problem. That's mostly just because I'm not using Mercedes. And that's generally in pretty good shape. She can do a little better with Dedue, but other than that, I think we're okay. Ingrid and Dedue need some work. Okay. What I will probably do is off screen.
Supplies are the lifeblood of
See,
any
what I
army.
don't want to actually
Everything has
do.
its use.
I don't want to play maps that are forward progress, right?
Allow me to assist.
So realistically, what I'll end up doing is going back to older maps, and I guess just trying to increases the endurance. Oh, we can get B battalions. That's the one to get. Fucking absolutely.
Let me know.
All right, Ingrid wants to go on an expedition. Well, tough shit. Sorry, Ingrid. I think we have time for one more map.
Which battlefield?
I think we have time to knock out one more map. This one we have to do. Cannot dodge. There it is. This one we have to do if we want to capture this. So let's get some people leveled up. I think it's time to get Sylvain and Mercenaries leveled up. We're gonna need them. Because for supports. Let's level up. Sylvain. It's a 24. 24 is fine.
Can't let my...
And we'll level up Mercedes. Okay. Good shit. Are they in classes that are like workable?
Time to work you into shape.
What's Sylvain doing? He's oh, he's a warrior. Yeah, okay. And she's a bishop. So yeah, they're fine.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
So if we can't dodge, that shouldn't be a huge problem.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
But I do want to stick with my more powerful people, I think. Not Bernadetta. So we got axes, so we'll bring Shez. Got axes, we got gauntlets, so we'll bring Ash. We got tomes, so we'll bring Felix. And then I guess we'll just bring Annette too. Ash, Felix, go Shez,
Time to go to work.
and Annette. So Felix wants to be where Annette is. Ash wants to be where Ash is. Shez wants to be down here, and Annette can be up at the top. That's fine. Yeah, that's solid. Let's rock out.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, unfortunately, this would be an opportunity to get like support with like Annette and Do and stuff like that, but it's just we don't need an axe.
I'll do my best.
And I want to, since we can't dodge, I want to bring strong people that can quickly overwhelm enemies. That would be ideal.
I've got this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Play Felix, he's closest.
Hope this is one of those easy wins.
I hope it's one of those easy wins. I don't know if it's gonna be. Don't let the strongholds fall.
We need to move fast.
Let's take it for ourselves.
I'm still gonna press the dodge button, even though it's not gonna end up doing anything. Still gonna press it. I promise you that. Ash is dealing with that. I could send Felix over here.
It's worth a shot.
Alright, Annette's over here taking one that matters.
Let me at him.
Yeah, I can't dodge.
Oh, too easy.
So this would be a good opportunity to switch Annette to like an axe class.
Now's our chance. Attack.
But I don't have an axe to support her with. Alright, good stuff. You can come back up here and deal with that. And Felix is over there, that's fine. Give me Ash. Fuck. I'll take Shez.
Let's capture some more.
Enemy reinforcements. They're gonna try to recapture the... Yeah, we can't let the stronghold fall. Okay, Annette. I need you to deal with this.
Leave everything to me.
Where's Shez? Alright, I want to take this stronghold real quick. Alright, now you... Oh, these guys are all here. Where are you guys? Are you guys doing stuff? Where's Ash? Okay, Ash finished taking that. That's good. I need you to deal with these guys. Very quickly. Bandit and other allies appeared. Great. There's the bandit right there. Who else is around that's a problem? Alright. Shez, you can get... hopefully you can get up here and deal with this guy. Unfortunately, Ash is fighting in the spot where we need to defend, so let me take Ash.
Leave this to me. Can I face my comrades after this?
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Go down. Can't dodge out of the way of that either. Yep. Yep, I'm gonna take damage. Because I can't dodge. So this place is cleared. Alright, now you need to go back down here and work on this guy. I can't believe Felix is still struggling over here. Take this fucking fortress, buddy. There we go. Alright, now you get out here and start fighting these guys.
It's worth a shot.
Oh, where Shez went. Shez is up here. Okay, yeah, give me Shez. Just gotta take care of this bandit real quick. Got him.
Not a problem.
Don't let the Great Plaza fall. I don't know which one that is. Is that this? It's back alley. What's the Great Plaza? Grand Plaza, that one. Okay, so I guess that's fine. Go over here and fight this guy. Give me a net. Count Duval appeared. Alright, so he's just a dude. He's just a dude. It'll be interesting to see if Baron Dominic, I guess, is going to be a character with a face. Which is weird, because... Yikes. Because,
I'll do what I can.
Oh, that's Count Duval, okay.
It's worth a shot.
I'm gonna have you fight Count Duval.
I've got this. I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous.
In Three Houses, he was, like, not a character that was a character. He was just a rando. So if they give him, like, an actual face and stuff, that'll be... I feel like that's, like, the first time that will have happened. Because all the other characters that a demonic beast appeared, are you kidding? I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get him. There's just too much going on right now. It's all the other characters that are, like, new to this game.
I'll do my best.
We're not in the, like, they didn't have a presence in the other game. They were faceless. So I don't know. It's interesting. Go over here and deal with that. Where's Annette? She's over here. Alright, she needs to deal with these guys. Right quick.
Well, what's next?
It does so much damage, it's crazy.
All would be lost if I were to die here.
these guys are gonna be done advancing on the fortress. Alright, so I want you to actually stop engaging with this dude. I want you to get on over here. Oh, you gotta fight this guy. Get him out of there.
Leave everything to me.
I was gonna say, we gotta deal with the demonic beast. Oh, I can't dodge. Yikes, that's gonna be a problem. No, I don't want to deal with you. She could deal with wind. I think Annette did defeat that guy. So that's good. I don't think Felix needs to be here anymore, so we'll swap around. Send Felix somewhere else. I don't know where he needs to be most useful. I guess he can go over there. Annette can come on over here. Fight you. In the meantime, give me Ash. Just for doing oh god, okay. Just for doing damage. He should be able to do some damage because he's got a really good bow that's strong against monsters. Oh god, we gotta get out of that. Ow! Alright, and that's already here. That's great. I would prefer if Annette could finish the deal. Because right now she can't do anything to him. Because I'm not telling her to use wind, and that's in trouble. Okay, fine. Because she can't dodge. She's actually not in trouble. She's totally fine. But that's okay. Alright, let's get rid of that health bar. There we go. And now we can swap over to Annette. It is Annette time. It's absolutely Annette time. Alright. Use Excalibur. Do a shitload of wind. Ow. Ow. Do more wind. Wait for them to recharge. Do more wind. There we go. Very good. Good stuff. Are we done yet? No more things. No more things. Count Duval. Here we go. Let's get you done. Let's get you dealt with. Get half health. That's good. Shez sure is fighting Count Duval. Felix is also fighting Count Duval. Annette is also fighting Count Duval, and Ash is fighting Count Duval. That's great. Everybody fight Count Duval. Shez should be able to do this. Get it nice and done. Nice and done. Here we go.
Thanks for the help, everyone. We couldn't have done this without a group effort.
That's right. S rank. We got Ambrosia. Good stuff. Got Mystic Blow. That's pointless for you. Rusted Axe. It's a silver axe and a healing staff. Okay. That was worth getting. Got a bunch of good shit there. Alright. So this is now available. Okay, so we got 3 more territories to capture. But in the meantime...
I see.
Ooh. Well, I have a good Blessed Bow already, so let's get a Blessed Lance. +6, that's pretty fucking good. That's great. What are we doing? Raise their res. Ash might be a good call there. 20... Oh, 20. Felix, considering he fights mages a lot. Yeah, these guys don't need it. Ingrid doesn't really need it. Felix probably makes the most sense, but I'm not actually going to keep using Felix for that much longer. So, how's Ash doing? 20? That feels not bad. Let's give it to Ash.
Indeed.
Got ourselves a strategy, and then let me get this survey spot. We want to trade. What do you want to trade? Arcane crystals for a fruit of life, I guess. All right. So that's it. Then we have this is must attain S. All right. Anna's over there. All right. So we got a lot of things to do next time. A lot of things to do next time. How are we with support? Shez was there. So Shez getting real close with Annette. Felix, that we're locked with, right? Dimitri, we almost have B support, so that's cool. Dedu, we're getting good. Ash, we're getting good. So Shez is in pretty good shape. Shez is in very good shape. And one thing I can do is I can go around and give gifts to people. So I'll do that. Felix. Halfway to getting Annette. Dedu, we need to work on. Dimitri, we're in good shape, I think. Sylvain, we're in very good shape. Rodrigue, not bad. So it's really Dedu is the one that we need to work on with Felix, for the most part. Sylvain, we need to work on a lot. Ingrid, we need to work on, I think, Dedu, mostly. Everybody else is pretty good. Yeah. Alright. Dimitri, I think we were in pretty good shape with most people. Bernadetta, we got like halfway up C support with that. So, okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna wrap up the stream. And I'm going to probably off screen. I'm not gonna do as much off screen this time as I did last time, because it's only really gonna be tomorrow. Rather than a whole weekend. But I'll probably do some training. I might do some chores and some cooking to get support, and the same thing, like, I'm gonna grind some stuff out, things that don't really matter. I'm not gonna watch any supports. I'll save any supports I get to show on screen, and then we'll just kind of see how it goes.
A moment.
Yeah. Oh, so they're sending Miklon over to... Oh, Miklon's gonna die. Miklon is gonna die. That's how we get the Lance of Ruin, for sure. For sure. That Sylvain because of Miklon.
Let's see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not good.
Apparently we're gonna send...
Let's see.
Dusker.
Let's do this thing.
Alright, well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. So thank you guys so much for watching, whether you're watching live here on Twitch or after the fact on the Twitch VODs or after the fact on the YouTube VODs. However you're watching, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. What I'm going to do is next time, speaking of next time is going to be Thursday. So today is the 11th, which means Thursday the 14th is going to be the next stream, Bastille Day. We'll go ahead and stream then, 7 p.m. Eastern Time until about 9:30-ish. And I'm going to, in the off time between those streams, I'm going to do some gifts, try to grind out some supports, maybe try to grind out like S ranks on certain maps and stuff. I'm not going to do anything forward. I'm just going to go back to old maps, try to S rank things I didn't S rank, and really just try to grind out some support. I'm going to try to focus on Dimitri, Dedu, and Rodrigue, because we haven't had them for a chapter. So I want to try to focus on getting them, nice and supported with other people as much as possible. And I may go ahead and buy gifts for people and do that stuff. So. Next time, what we're going to do is we're going to... I don't even know if we're going to get to chapter battle, honestly. We might, but it really depends on how long things take. So we'll watch any supports that I get off screen. Get these 3 territories here. Grab all of those. Do all the survey spots. And then the main thing I really want to do is this paralogue. The to-do Ingrid Felix paralogue. So that's going to be interesting. I have no idea what to expect with that. But we'll see how it goes. And then if there's time, we'll go ahead and do the main mission. I'm optimistic that since it's dealing with Baron Dominic, that we get Crusher out of it. Which will open up a lot of possibilities for Annette. Because she'll then have access to a magic axe. Well, a hammer, but it's an axe. Right, so that'll be cool. And we might try to play her as an axe user with Crusher a little bit, because I think she has mastered... I think she's mastered Warrior now, right? Oh, no, she hasn't. Okay, never mind. For some reason, I thought she had mastered Warrior. We need to train her in Warrior. But we will, and we'll do that. And we might even use her as a Warrior at some point. I might even use her as a Warrior off-screen just to see. Just to grind out class boosts on that. I'll just put her on a easy map. We'll see. I'm going to do some stuff off-screen. We'll come back next time and view anything I get off-screen. I'll keep track like I did before in my notes of what I did. And then we will progress forward, try to finish this chapter. So I hope you're excited for that. I know I am. I will see you on Thursday. Good night.